What's good, football fans? Welcome back to the channel. This is Diary TV and I'm your girl Cairo Asowe. This is where we dive into the art of Nigerian and African football. Today we've got a massive story to unpack about Nigerians Flying Eagle and their journey to the 2025 U20 African Cup of Nations. Buckle up because there's been some serious drama in the build-up to this tournament and I'm here to break it all down for you. If you've been following African youth football, you know the Flying Eagles are no strangers to the spotlight. With 7 U20 AFCON titles to their name, Nigeria is a powerhouse in this competition. But the road to glory just got a whole lot twistier. We're talking group stage shakeups, a hosting crisis, and new opponents standing in their way. So let's kick things off with the big news that has got everyone buzzing. Nigeria has been handed a brand new group at the upcoming AFCON U20. Stick around as we dig into why this happens, who they are facing now, and what it means for the shot at the title. Don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe for more updates. Alright, let's set the stage. Back in February 2025, the Confederation of African Football, or CAF, held the original draw for the AFCON U20 in Cairo. Nigerians Flying Eagles were placed in what many fans and analysts call the group of death. Picture this: Nigeria, Egypt, Morocco and South Africa all in Group B, and that is 3 former champions and South Africa's side that is always a tough nut to crack. I mean, talk about a gauntlet. For context, Nigeria Flying Eagles are the most successful team in the U20 AFCON history, with those 7 titles I mentioned. Egypt with 3 titles and Morocco, who won back in 1997, brought serious pedigree to the group. South Africa, while they've never lifted the trophy, were runner-ups in 1997 and have been known to pull off upset. This group was set to be a battle royal, with Nigeria slated to face Egypt on April 30th in Congo, Morocco on March 3rd, and South Africa on May 6th. Fans are hyped but also nervous. This was going to test the Flying Eagles like never before. The team was already in prep mode, training hard in Castina under coach Aliyu Zabiru. They've just come off a strong showing at the WAFB U20 Championship in Togo, where they clinched the title and secured their AFCON spot. Confidence was high, but everyone knew Group B was no joke. Little did they know the whole tournament was about to be flipped upside down. Stay tuned because the plot's ticking in the next segment. Here's where things get wild. On March 23, 2025, just 30 days before the tournament was set to kick off, Ivory Coast dropped a bombshell. They were pulling out as the host of the 2025 U20 AFCON. Yeah, you heard that right. The entire hosting plan collapsed. The Ivorian Football Federation announced that the government had directed them to withdraw, though no clear reason was given. This sent shockwaves through African football, leaving CAF scrambling to find a new host with less than a month to go. For Nigerian Flying Eagles, this was a curveball. They've been training in Castina specifically to acclimate to Ivory Coast's humid West African climate. The team has even played friendlies in Abidjan, beating Ivory Coast U20 side 2-0. All that prep was tailored for Korogo's Amandon Coulibaly Stadium, where the group's matches were scheduled. Now with Ivory Coast out, everything was up in the air. Travel plans, logistics, even the tournament format. CAF faced a crisis. Ivory Coast redraw meant they've also lost their automatic qualification spot, shrinking the tournament from 13 teams to 12 teams. There was talk of postponing the whole thing, but CAF wasn't about to let that happen. Speculation swirled about who would join in. Morocco was a strong contender, given that they were already hosting the U17 and had the infrastructure. But in the end, CAF turned to a familiar face in African football. Let's talk about that next. On March 27, 2025, CAF dropped a big announcement. Egypt will take over as host of the 2025 U20 AFCON. This wasn't a big surprise. Egypt had bid to host the tournament originally and had experience having hosted the 2023 edition. With stadium ready and a passionate football culture, Egypt was a safe bet to keep the tournament on track for its April 25th to May 18th date. But here's the kicker. Egyptian new role as host meant they would move to Group A, position A1 per CAF rules. This threw the original group draws into chaos. Nigeria, Morocco, and South Africa were no longer facing Egypt in Group B. Instead, CAF decided to scrap the February draw entirely and start afresh. On April 13th, at the Egyptian Football Association headquarters in Cairo, a new draw was held and the Flying Eagles got a new set of opponents. The redraw wasn't a minor tweak. It changed the tournament vibe. Nigeria's prep had to pivot fast. The team moved from Katsina to Abuja FIFA Goal Project facility to fine-tune tactics, knowing they will now be facing in Egypt's drier North African climate. Coach Zabiru called up 35 players, 3 goalkeepers, 8 defenders, 10 midfielders, and 14 forwards for the final phase of camp. The stakes are high, and the withdrawal brought both challenges and opportunity. Now let's dive into who Nigeria is facing. Who is standing in the Flying Eagles' way now? April 13th redraw placed Nigeria in Group B alongside Morocco, Tunisia, and Kenya. Let me break this down for you. Morocco is still in the mix, so that rivalry from the original draw carries over. The young Atlas Lions are a talented bunch known for their technical play and homegrown stars. Nigeria vs Morocco on May 3rd is going to be a blockbuster. Mark your calendars. Then you've got Tunisia, another North African heavyweight. They've got a knack for grinding out results, and their U20 side is disciplined and tough to break down. Facing 2 North African teams in Egypt backyards mean Nigeria has got to be ready for some intense battle. Finally, there is Kenya, the East African debutant. Don't sleep on them. They are qualified through the CECAFA region and will be a wild card. Group B is no walk in the park, and it's arguably a bit less brutal than the original group of death with Egypt and South Africa. The Flying Eagles have a real shot to shine here. A top 2 finish in Group B, or even being one of the best third place team, gets them to the quarterfinals. From there, a semi-final spot punches their ticket to the 2025 FIFA U20 World Cup in Chile. Nigeria is hungry for that 8th AFCON U20 title, but they need to bring their A game. Let's wrap this up with what's next. As we speak, Nigeria's Flying Eagles are in Abuja, putting in the work before they jet off to Egypt for an 8-day final prep camp. Coach Aliyu Zabiru got a stacked squad, blending home-based talent and a few overseas projects. The focus now is on tactics and cohesion. How do you outsmart Morocco's flair, Tunisia's grit, and Kenya's unpredictability? That is the puzzle Zabiru is solving. For Nigeria fans, this tournament is all about pride and legacy. It's been a decade since the Flying Eagle won the U20 AFCON in 2015, and the hunger is real. With Egypt's passionate crowd and the World Cup spot on the line, the pressure is on. But if anybody can rise to the occasion, it is Nigeria. They've got the history, the talent, and the art. So, what do you think, fam? Can the Flying Eagles conquer Group B? Drop your prediction in the comments and let's get the convo going. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on your notification for more AFCON U20 updates. I will be back with more as the tournament kicks off on April 25th. Until then, keep the football love alive and peace out.